Hey, that was the closing of one of the best Aprils that we've ever had, right off one of the worst Marches I've ever seen. But we have some great tips, some great tricks, and let's just talk about the market that was here on Friday after the bell. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in for another Friday After the Bell with me, Jeff, and I hope that your portfolios have done fantastic this week as we are just wrapping up an April that showed us about a 10% increase in the major indexes, the SPY, and all across the boards. So hopefully your portfolio too had a good month. So what we look forward to is a decent May coming upon us. It's starting out very well. We're coming out of the earnings season. We had most of our major earnings, and once again, earnings was almost 50-50. Anybody that tells you to play earnings is really setting you up for something because almost every time you have earnings, they come out 50-50. 50 good, 50 bad, and you never know which ones is going to happen. Once again, you see companies have great earnings and crush earnings and do all this great stuff and beat their estimated things from Wall Street, and they go right down. And vice versa. They have an average looking earnings and boom, they go right back up. So it's impossible to get earnings right. If you get it right, it's just luck. It's 50-50 literally. That's why I personally don't like to play a lot of earnings unless I'm really sure about what the company is going to do. And by really sure, I mean only about 25% right. So let's just be honest. We watch earnings. We see what's going to happen. We see what happens after the earnings. We see these big like Mag 7 companies. Yeah, they did well at earnings, but some of them, are down. Look at Meta. Meta had a terrible, terrible session for this earnings. So now we see Amazon up a little bit. Apple's starting to get a little bit of traction. Had a great day today. So we see these things happen. Then I like to step in and play. Then we see what's going to happen. After we have the volatility crush and everything, which I know people love, but if you're on the wrong side of it, what's it matter? So we can see what's going to happen. And usually a stock likes to just settle down a little bit a day, 2 days after earnings. You kind of see the direction it's going to go, and it positions yourself better. It provides a better edge, in my personal opinion. But hey, none of this is financial advice. We're just hanging out talking about what happened in the market. I'm also really excited about the airlines starting to look like they're getting some traction. The cruise lines starting to look like they're getting a little bit of a traction. They're not so much going up, 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 but they're not going down as they were whenever the Iran situation started and all the oil was going crazy volatility. So now you kind of see a little bit more stability, and that leads me to one of my plays that I like to play is American Airlines, ticker symbol AAL. If you get into this, it's got a great margin on it that helps you out for the cause. If you want to get into the stock and start running covered calls, if you like running puts on a stock, they have really good put options, and it's a really solid play because it really never drops much below 10 and never gets too crazy above 13. So you have a nice range in there, and I recommend American Airlines. It's really a nice stock right now. I've got me a little bit of action going on in it. And also another stock that I always love to play is Applied Digital, APLD. The stock is so solid, and I've been with Applied since about $5 a share. So it has great options in it. It runs great strangles. Great options. I mean, you want to look at some good buying power reduction and helping you out on that. So those are two plays that I highly recommend you look into. But once again, I'm not giving you financial advice. You don't have to trade like I do. But both those situations are looking really good. UAL just had some good news today, so that might be in play as well. But the airlines are looking great. You got the minerals and the metals and all these people starting to look a little bit better. Copper is one of the plays that looks like it might be coming around. Maybe, maybe not. Uranium's always in play. And with Bloom Energy just blowing it up here in the past 2 weeks, well, really more than that, but here recently it just keeps going and going and going. And with Bloom Energy leading the way, you're going to see a lot of sympathy raises on small stocks like fuel. These are going to be a good sympathy plays that come along. And with it running, if you can get the others to have good earnings put in there, you're going to see all the other ones just kind of running behind it. So it just starts this kind of herd mentality. If you get one doing it right, like Bloom, then Bloom Energy, you then have the others kind of follow suit. So just keep an eye on that. Space stocks that we've been talking about have kind of hit a lull-ish right now. So, hey, is there something to do over here in this sector of energy? Also with the metals, You have a lot of different metal companies and a lot of different ETFs that you can get into that cover a lot of different metals, gold, silver, all of these may be a play as well. So something to look into. They've been kind of quiet for a little bit while oil had its day and had its moment in the sun. And as we look into it, even things like crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, both had really good months. Both are up, I think, what do we have down? Ethereum up 10%, Bitcoin up 15%. So all of these things are kind of coming into play. So, look into your OCLOs, look into OKLO, look into these different energy sources that are kind of correlated to where Bloom Energy is kind of making its hay right now. Look into those airlines. Look into American Airlines. If you're a wheel person, that's a great strategy going into American Airlines. It's got good volatility right now. Hey, and let me remind you, don't forget about your zero DTEs. The zero DTE game is almost ready to come unglued with the elimination of the pattern day trading in the beginning of June. So I hope that you've been watching and paying attention, and I hope that you've been finding you a couple stocks that you're looking to do some action in, because if you get these zero DTE games down, you can have a lot of fun and make some really good, nice money.